Hi YouTube, XtremeTrainz here. So, excitingly, when I went to the US, I had a chance to visit the B&O Railroad Museum in Baltimore, where I happened to meet one of my good YouTube friends, Charlotte White, also known as Edward Branchline Productions. So, a link to his channel will be in the description below, and also the fact that we have a joint channel where we've done a couple of discussions about certain Thomas things. That's a really excellent museum, and I encourage you, if you're in that vicinity, to check it out. If you like trains, if you like lots of trains, because they have both model ones, really nice displays of model ones as well as obviously they have a roundhouse full of full-size trains, and the car park even has trains in it. Like, it's epic. I'll put some photos that I took of it at the end of this video if you want to have a look at them. But yeah, it's really exciting. So, what did I pick up from there? Apart from this, as you can see, posted on the train, and this really cool photography on one of my other walls, I also found these. Now, I would have loved to pick up more, but alas, my luggage was already overweight, so these are, as you can see, they're a Lego clone or copy. The language around that is something which is a bit unclear to me. Now, train sets. Now, there's quite a few, as you can see, these are all the different ones that they've got. This one, / this one, like noting that these are the same sets, just different colours, as is this one, are actually a rip-off of a real Lego set, and I actually own that one. I will endeavour to find what it was. It's an old created train set, which I don't currently have with me for the purpose of this video, but I have the most recent created train set to do a comparison video with. But I'll put the item number in the description below so you can check out the real thing. These ones were all rip-offs, and then these ones were semi-unique builds, and I didn't see any of these ones here. I just saw this one, this one. This one was also a unique build, which was not, as far as I'm aware, ever a real set. And I'm kind of excited because it looks kind of funky, it's a bit strange. 85 pieces, cost me $7 American before tax, however much that is, God knows, I don't know how much that was afterwards. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at. So this is my buildable souvenir from the B&O Railroad. Can't wait to get it open, let's have a look. To be expected, the box has that weird knockoff smell about it. I'll put that there. As you can see, what you get here is a little instruction booklet, which looks like this, which I would say are pretty bogus instructions, if you ask me. There's 10 steps to put together 85 pieces. This is gonna be fun. You've got a list of parts on the back, but there's no numbers on how many in the set, so that's really not very helpful. You've got 2 bags, 1 bag here, and 1 bag here. I'm going to open them on camera because I think that's kind of cool. I'm going to try to open them on camera at least. Come on, there we go. Just so we can get the in-hand appraisal of the bricks right live. I like it when I can do stuff live for you guys because then it's my actual opinions, not my, ones I've had the chance to think about. Alright, so the bricks are the same size as Lego bricks. They don't have the Lego logo on them. I'm trying to show you the top of them there and the reflection. You can see that they don't have any printing on the logo. There's some marking underneath, I think, to indicate a production or batch number, but there's no copyright symbols anywhere. And let's just have a go at the clutch power. It's pretty satisfying clutch power, actually. These to me look like clones. So I imagine they're the same dimensions and everything is real Lego bricks. They've just taken off the Lego logo because apparently that's how they avoid being sued. I don't know how legal these are. If people want to tell me, please, with actual knowledge, not just, I love Lego, therefore everything other than Lego is a clone. No, that's not how patents work. And my understanding is the Lego brick was painted 60 years ago this year. So I actually think, from my understanding, the exclusive use of the patent has actually expired, which is why we've seen in recent years so many clone Lego sets, because now it's no longer illegal to copy the same designs as long as you don't copy their actual logo, which is still copyrighted. But I could be wrong, so if someone wants to educate me on that with actual education rather than Lego fanboy screaming, that would be great. Otherwise, I'm going to get building this set. So despite the instructions being a little bit confusing, this is the final finished engine. Now, for some reason, you get no spare parts except this, which is a really weird piece to have as a spare part, because it's so big. Usually you get these pieces, but nope, the rest was exactly right. So, yep, these go together nearly like normal Lego bricks. I'll talk about that in just a second. It does roll. You can see that the middle wheel doesn't quite touch the ground. I think it's because, there's some bit of bowiness in the way it's gone together. I personally quite like these as train wheels, these wheels just without tires, especially compared to the ones I use on the more recent creator Lego train. So yeah, that's what it looks like. You can see the colors of the bricks are pretty unexciting. Like brown is A, very unrealistic, but B, quite boring. I think it's interesting to see which pieces they've kind of copied. Like they've copied these long, you know, kind of pieces here. And some quite specialized pieces like the droid arms, which to me is really weird because they're not that useful in a lot of sets. Although as you can see, they've made use of it here by making the light on the front, which I have to say looks so weird. Like I picked it up because it looked weird, but that just is so odd looking, having it suspended like that. Yes, it's very strange. In terms of build quality, again, I'm trying to show you what it looks like before I go into too much of that. You get one of these little hooks on the back. The way that this fits on, you can kind of see. So firstly, this doesn't quite fit together properly. Like it's a bit... The Lego ones are smooth. This one isn't smooth. It kind of clicks into place, which is not how these pieces should work. So it means it doesn't sit quite straight. The other thing is that you can kind of see it, but this is, yeah, you can very just see it. This is bent because this really wants to pop off. This is like just a little bit, oops, see, there you go. I'm just pulling it apart because everything's very kind of stiff and awkward. There you go, so that just clicked off. Oh, as you can see, the clutch power is not as good as Lego's, for sure. This doesn't quite sit, like it wants to sit here, and you can see that causes some interference here. So when you push this down, A, it wants to pop off, but B, this, the boiler section actually bends, like the parts kind of bend and separate a little bit. So the tolerances are not what you would find on a Lego brick. It doesn't fit together quite right, and it's kind of a little bit, that center part particularly, is just waiting to explode. So in terms of an actual engine, it's funky looking, it's not super exciting colors, it's a decent size, and it does go together a little bit weird. So before we have the end of this review, I'm going to compare it to the most recent Lego Creator train. So here is the blue train, I believe is what they called it, which was released last year by Lego, and it was a 3-in-1 set where you could build this, you could build like a streamlined engine, and you can also build a coach. This was the biggest and the main build, which used all the pieces. I think this is actually a very nice looking train. I think the only weird part about it is this, the funnel. It's clever use of the ball joint part, but it is a little bit weird having it as a funnel because from the side you're like, what? I think the rest of it though looks quite nice. Although I have to say, I do prefer these wheels as opposed to these silver ones. But you can just see the size difference. So this cost me $8 in Australia to buy this one, which is I think very good for what you get in the set. This cost me $7 in America plus... Oh, sorry, $8 in America plus tax. Let me check the price tag. Nope, $7 in America plus tax, which translates to about 10 Australian dollars plus the tax. So, obviously you get a larger volume of stuff here, although there's probably a similar amount of pieces because, you know, Lego uses lots of small pieces that this set doesn't. But I think this is obviously the far superior toy because not only does it go together well, it's very sturdy, it plays really nice, but it also has 2 other builds and instructions for 2 other builds you can make with this engine. So, you know, you have a lot more play options versus this where you build one thing and it doesn't quite sit together right and obviously all the pieces are fake. So I think it's a very easy competition here. Pick the Lego one, it's obviously cooler, you should definitely do that. Alright, so that's my quick look at this faker Lego / clone Lego Wange, I don't know how you pronounce the name, mini train, number 040614. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in your comments if you've seen these around other places too, because again, there's quite a few different options for engines, and I think that would mean there's probably quite a few of them out there. So I would love to hear your thoughts on these kind of things. What do you think about these fake Lego bricks that we're seeing now? Is it good that kids can get Lego or building blocks cheap, or is it bad? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And lastly, if you want to know more about my trip, stay tuned to this video because I will put some photos, from my visit to the actual museum at the end of this video. Otherwise, thanks for watching. That's all we've got time for. This is XtremeTrainz.